Hey guys, it's Mrs. Aki, and we are going to be putting into our notebooks solving multi-step equations. So if you don't have your notebook out, your graph paper notebook specifically, go ahead and do so and pause this video. All right, thanks for doing that. Now, let's talk about how I grade notes before we get into the notes. I want you to make sure that you are following what I'm talking about here in order to get the best grade on notes that you can. Okay? First, here's how you get a 1. A 1 is this top section of your Cornell notes. I do expect that your notes are going to be in Cornell style. That means it has this like weird tilted eye. You might not need this much room in the bottom, okay? But you need to have a little bit of room. Okay, in this top portion, this first section of your Cornell notes, I do expect to see that you have your title, and I do expect to see that you have your essential question written down. I call it the EQ, essential question, okay, because we will be doing that quite often. All right, that's how you get a 1. Those two things written down. Don't worry, they will be posted on my PowerPoint. So the next slide that we're going to go to has those already listed there. You don't have to guess what they are. All right, here's how you get a 2. A 2 is this big section in the center of your paper, your graph paper specifically. And what do I expect to see here? I do expect to see that you have keywords, key vocab words. I do expect to see that you have the examples written down, EX example, okay? And I especially, this is probably the most important, I expect to see those on your own problems that you do at the very end of the video, okay? That's how you get a 2. Here's how you get a 3. A 3 is for the left-hand side of your paper right here, that small section, and I expect to see the main idea, two things, main idea listed here, and keywords. Keywords, key questions, that's what I expect to see here, okay? So 1, 2, and 3, that's how you get a 3. 4 might be more challenging on other days than what today will probably be easy actually. Okay, so 4 is where I expect to see the answer to the essential question, the EQ. I expect to see the answer to the EQ at this very bottom. Okay, so if you have any questions on how I expect your notes to look, feel free to ask. I'm starting these notes in class on purpose so I can talk to you guys through it. But I want it to be individualized. That means I want you guys to use that power of the pause button as much as possible. Okay, I also want you guys to be able to go as fast or slow as you need to go in notes and not have to wait for your peers. This is about your learning right now, not about anybody else's. Let me know how else I can help you today, and let's get started. All right. As you can tell, I already have my setup kind of for the top part of your paper. Okay, that means the next couple of slides are going to work through the next couple of sections of your paper, and it will end with what the bottom should look on your paper. So don't worry, I'm getting you all set up. Okay, I do expect you to have the title and the EQ listed. Remember, that's how you get a 1. Okay, your vocabulary today is solving multi-step equations. And how do you solve multi-step equations? To solve multi-step equations, use inverse operations. If you don't remember what inverse is, probably should put inverse over here and look it up. Okay, to isolate, if you don't remember what isolate is, put isolate over here. Isolate the variable. If you don't remember what variables, put variable over on that left-hand side as well. Okay, so in math words, you use the inverse operations to get the isolate the variable. I like the acronym PC, SAD, me. When we get into these multi-step equations, this will help me remind myself what order I need to go in so that I am doing everything in the proper order. You don't put your shoes on before you put your socks on. Order matters in math. So here's the order that we go through when we're undoing operations for equations. All right, equations always have equal signs and always have variables. So they always have A, B, C, X's, y's, sometimes you'll see z's, okay, and so on and so forth. Those two things must be present in order to be equation. Okay, let's get started on our example. All right, guys, we have 6 examples we are going to go through, and I'm actually going to ixnay some of these just to keep our time balanced on our video. Okay, remember, I like to use this acronym P-C, SAD, me, to remember what order I'm undoing things. So first I'm going to undo parentheses, then I'm going to undo combining like terms, on same side. My sides are the equal sign, okay, so that equal sign is the divider. Then I'm going to undo subtraction, then I'm going to undo addition, then I'm going to undo division, then I'm going to undo multiplication, and then I'm going to undo exponents. We'll get to exponents later this year, so exponents is not something we're going to work with right now. Let's start with number 1. Okay, number 1, no parentheses. Okay, so move on to combining like terms on same side. I have on one side of my equal sign negative 3z and 1, no like terms, and on the other side just 7, so no like terms to combine. Do we have any subtraction to undo? Nope. Do we have addition to undo? Yes, we have an addition of 1, so we're going to take away 1, okay. Negative 3z plus 1 minus 1 is negative 3z. All right, 7 minus 1 on this side, 7 minus 1 is 6. All right, do we have any addition to undo? Do we have any division to undo? Do we have multiplication to undo? Yes. We undo multiplication with division, so negative 3. So negative 3 divided by negative 3 is 1. So 1z, or just z, same thing. Okay, and then 6 divided by negative 3 is going to be negative 2. All right, we did it. All right, we're going to skip example 2 for time's sake, and let's go to example 3. Okay, any parentheses that we need to combine? Nope. Like terms on same side, yes, we have a negative 4n and a minus 8n. We need to combine those first. Okay, I'm just going through my acronym so that I'm following along with what I should be doing right. Okay, negative 4n minus 8n is negative 12n. Rewriting my line. Okay, I combined my like terms. Now, do I have subtraction I need to undo? Nope. Addition that I need to undo? Yes. I have an addition of 17, so I'm going to take away 17. Negative 12n equals 23 minus 7. 17. Gotta borrow. 13 minus 7 is 6. All right, now we are going to go through and see, do we have any addition to undo? That's what we just did. Any division to undo? Nope. Any multiplication to undo? Yes. We're going to undo the multiplication of negative 12 by dividing by negative 12, n equals 12 divided by 12 is 1, so 1n, or just n, equals 6 divided by negative 12. 6 divided by negative 12 is negative 1.5. All right, let's go on to example 4. Example 4, we do have parentheses that we would like to undo for example 4. Okay, so how do you undo parentheses? With the distributive property. Okay, we're going to distribute. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times positive 2 is negative 6. All right, now I'm just going to rewrite my line. All right, we did the parentheses. Do we have any like terms to combine? Yes, we have this negative 3x and we have this 5x. Negative 3x plus 5x is 2x. So 2x plus negative 6 equals negative 9. All right, we combined our like terms. We do have addition to undo now. So we're going to undo the addition of negative 6 and we're just going to add 6 because they're opposites. Negative 6 and positive 6 are opposites. The whole point of this is that we're undoing. Okay, now we'll have 2x equals negative 9 plus 6 is negative 3. All right, now we will have multiplication to undo. How do you undo multiplication? Division. Division. X equals 2 divided by 2 is 1. Negative 3 divided by 2 is negative 1.5 x. Oh wait, no x, sorry. Goodness. All right, we're going to skip example 3 and 4. Sorry, 5 and 6. We're going to skip example 5 and 6 for time's sake. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to these on your own problems. What I expect to see is that you guys are trying these problems on your own. So pausing this video and playing the video when you're ready to check your answers, not to copy down my answers. There's no reason why I should see a blank paper with just answers because these problems require work, okay? All right, so pause your video and work on these 4 problems. All right, thank you for doing so. Let's go ahead and check your answers. Okay, for problem number 1, you should have gotten a equals 5. A equals 5. Number 2, w equals 1. For number 3, you should got y equals 3. And for number 4, you should have got z equals 1. All right, if you have questions over these on your own problems, feel free to ask. Now what I expect to see is that you answer the essential question. Here's how you get a 4. Okay, answer your essential question. After the essential question is this checkpoint in Schoology that I need you to take 4 questions, multiple choice, so that I can direct on how you're what problems you're gonna do in your homework. Okay, so what you're doing right now, answering essential question, taking checkpoint. Thanks, guys.